story. David, thank you. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Giles, and it's Covington in at the small forward. And for the Clippers, Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Batum, and it's Zubac in at the center position.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
Lillard against Jackson. Passes to Zubac. Outside for Jackson. Now here's Batum. Defense is right there. Left side Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Zubac. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Nurkic. McCollum finds Lillard. Shoots it. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Lillard.
Just so good off the pass. McCollum set up and ready at all times.
Outside Jackson. Down low. Takes it out to Leonard. Shoots over Covington. Almost, but it rolls out.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Cullen passes to Lillard. Fires from deep. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Leonard with the steal.
Well, a little head scratcher there, guys. There's no reason to force the ball inside like that. I understand the thought process, but the pass just has to be better. That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Los Angeles shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Well, sometimes you got to take a picture and understand what the defense is giving up, and Lillard took advantage there.
On the wing, Jackson. Back to Zubac. Nurkic with the steal. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Trailblazers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Outside, Covington. Pass to Giles. McCollum outside. Covington down low. Defended by Batum. Nurkic. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Lillard against Jackson. Lillard surveying the D. From deep. The rebound by Paul George. And there's a whistle. That goes on Harry Giles. That is his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles with some changes. Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Giles. Derek Jones comes in for Robert Covington. Powell, he's checked in for McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Patterson. Back to Leonard. Six to shoot. He kicks to Patterson. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Shot on the wing. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Anthony on the wing. Defended by George. Out to Anthony. Over Morris. And that'll be 2. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
Yeah, that's
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's the Trailblazers. They're up by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he deals with...
I look to the times where things are...
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Anthony out there with Nurkic. Then there's Norman Powell. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. Rondo passes to Mann. Now here's Rondo. He's tightly guarded. And Patterson kicks to Kennard. Patterson dishes to Morris. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Anthony in the corner. And the pass to Simons. It's Powell on the wing. Tipped away. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Mann passes to Morris. Los Angeles with another miss. Trailblazers leading by 5. Here's Powell, and the layup's good off the glass. Powell's got his second basket of the game.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Morris. He feeds it to Patterson. And he gets it to go.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
Here's Simons. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Passes it to Powell. From 7, and again, it's Portland converting.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Rondo on top to the middle. It's stolen by Anthony. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. And the dunk by Powell.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Jones in the post. Kennard covering. Pass to Powell. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Patterson against Anthony. At the elbow, Jones. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Clippers trail by 9. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play.
Nurkic, big and blocking.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. We were all witnesses last year to the pandemic, which struck with worldwide repercussions. The NBA was no exception. The 1920 season was altered, and this season was delayed. But the league is finding a sense of solidarity and resolve under the leadership of Adam Silver. Now, sports is a microcosm of society as a whole, and we all are finding different ways to overcome this. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, D.A. And that one is hammered home.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Pass to Powell. Feeds to Nurkic. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Rondo looking over the floor. The feed now to Patterson. And it's going to be a goaltending call here. And, yep, the coach's challenge being used here on the goaltending call. He wants it reviewed.
And with this type of goaltending review process, one thing to keep in mind is that the rule states, quote, in order to overturn the event as called on the floor, there must be clear and conclusive visual evidence that the call was incorrect.
And so, Greg, if via replay there is any level of ambiguity, it makes sense that the original ruling would stay. But in that event, the coach has used up his one and only coach's challenge for the game. So, as you can tell, a lot riding on when you choose to use it. And so the decision is in. NBA Replay Center has ruled, guys. The call stands on the goaltend.
And maybe the only downside is that you use up your one coach's challenge for the game. So if anything happens beyond this point, you might wish you had that back. Smart not to take any chances and give it another look on the replay. That's such a valuable...
We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The period came to a close with them holding a 3-point lead. And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
They've got Paul George. Batuma's out there with Ivica Zubac. And there's Jackson, and it's Leonard in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. George passes to Zubac. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Enes Kanter.
Paul George right now 1 step ahead of his defender, using the old pump fake.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
And Lillard kicks to McCullough. Back to Lillard. There's the 3. Rebounded by Jackson.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's the pass to Zubats. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. And the basket is good. McCollum's got 8 points.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Jackson passes to Zubats. Outside for Jackson. Shoots over Lillard. Clippers working now with the new shot clock. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Leonard inside. Covington's there. And it's George missing.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
And the basket by Lillard.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Jackson against McCollum. Passes it to George. Back to Jackson. Fires for 3. Offensive rebound. Portland leading by 6. Here's McCollum. It's hauled in by George.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Jackson passes to Zubats. Shoots over Cantor. And again, no good by the Clippers. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Back to McCollum. Lillard outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Lillard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Leonard, the pass to Zubats. Lillard against Jackson. Here's Zubats. And he converts the layup.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. McCollum outside. Pass to Cantor. Stolen by Jackson. And here's the fast break. Here's Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
There's no way he even felt that contact. That's what makes Leonard so tough to defend on the dribble drive.
Portland leading by 4. Lillard outside. Pass to McCollum. 56 seconds left in the third quarter.
You can't toss up the weak stuff around Paul George. He sees it coming and uses his reach to get to it.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Now Rondo. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And the layup's good off the glass.
Embracing the hit on the way up. Rondo hard to take down. Even when he gets bodied up a little bit, the balance stays there.
Simons, the pass to Nurkic. Here's Powell. A putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got 6 points.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Rondo. The shot's good. Rondo's got 4 points in the quarter.
And you get into the painted area. Rondo's got great touch on the inside.
Powell with it. 8 points for him. Nurkic kicks to Powell. The pass to Simons. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
Up in time. And that one released in time, but no good. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Trailblazers lead. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Yusuf Nurkic, Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones. Then there's Norman Powell, and it's Simons in at the point guard position. Rondo against Lillard. Out to Morris. To take the lead. That one doesn't drop. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Giles. Back to McCollum, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Clippers trail. Outside Rondo. Passes it to Jackson. Outside Batum to tie it up. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 3 assists in the game. Jackson against McCollum. Pass to Patterson. Back to Jackson. Dishes to Patterson. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Rondo against Lillard. He feeds it to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. It's stolen by Rondo. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers, and he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Leonard comes in for Morris, and it's George in for Rajon Rondo. And Portland with a change here, too. Powell, he's checked in for Robert Covington.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team, just fighting tonight.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
So both teams making some changes here. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. With this game still up for grabs, he told his team, hey, we're in position to take this one, guys. Let's stay focused and stay together, and we'll get it done. Let's see how it plays out, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks.
And Melo can play big down there in the paint, so using his size that time to draw the contact.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
Big trip to the line. He did not get all of them, but at least they hold the lead now.
Outside for George. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Lillard. Oh, that was something else.
That's a tip of the cap there, always wanting to take the big shot for his team. Lillard makes more than his fair share.
Rondo on top, covered by Lillard. Rondo's shot is off. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. 3-point lead. McCollum finds Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Very few players, if any, score more points than Lillard as a pick-and-roll ball handler.
From deep, George drills the three-pointer.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Lillard against Rondo. Lillard attacking. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Over to the wing. Lets the three fly. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
Well, Lillard and Steph Curry, we talk about their unlimited range on display that time from Damian.
Leonard the pass to Ochuru. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Anthony leading the charge. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Out to the right wing. Back to Leonard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, there's a quiet intensity that Kawhi Leonard brings to both ends of the floor, a defensive menace, and it's amazing to watch him just how disruptive he can be when he's guarding the 1, 2, 3, or even 4-man and messing up offensive scheme.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Batum comes in for Morris. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Portland. Giles comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Here's Lillard. Leonard with the steal. And now the fast break. Rondo with the ball. The three from George. Got it. A tremendous three to tie it up.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Rondo against Lillard. It's good!
And he wants the ball at the end of the games. You can see why Lillard's stepping up again to the challenge.
Leonard inside. Defended by Covington. Zubac no good. And here's McCollum. Kicks it to Lillard. Then they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds.
And the Clippers call time here. They're down by 2. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What do you think, guys?
And guys, they need to go for the quick foul here. It's really the only option, and the quicker, the better. They can't let this clock run out.
Here's Lillard. Off target with that shot. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment. And
all right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Cauley Stein, Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. He gets that one.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down.
Well, you have got to take this shot away from Luka Doncic. He's too good to be given the mid-range look.
Richardson against McCollum. Three-pointer, Lillard drains it from beyond the arc. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Here's the three. The putback, Nurkic. It's good on the putback.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Doncic against Lillard. And Doncic gets it to go.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
For Portland, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Lillard against Doncic. Lillard scanning the floor. Shot clock at 6. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility, and boy, he can strike at any time.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Doncic kicks to Cauley Stein. Singus passes to Richardson. No good on the 3. Portland leading. And a wide open look for McCollum. Cantor dishes to Nurkic. And there's the pass to Lillard. The offensive rebound.
Elite offensive rebounder from the moment he stepped between the lines. Enes Kanter, that is a strength of his game.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Anthony's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Derek Jones comes in for Robert Covington. Powell, he's checked in for McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Brunson with it for the 3. And Jones pulls it down.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Simons. Brunson covering. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Hardaway goes in. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one's on Anthony.
Well, it's a problem when Tim Hardaway Jr. decides to attack off the dribble drive.
And when you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
Powell for 3, and that comes off the assist by Jones.
Well, on the catch and shoot, Norman Powell ready to rise and fire.
Pass to Powell. 52 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Hardaway passes to Powell. Basket counts.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Trailblazers have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far, right at the 50% mark. Here's Powell. Pass to Anthony. This one for 3. Here's Cantor. Powell against Anthony. Cantor kicks to Anthony. Just 4 to shoot. Powell for 3. The shot missing. Redick surveying the D. Pass to Marjanovic. It's stolen by Anthony. Got it up. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Trailblazers lead by 2. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked about his future plans.
I know that when the main guy usually decides.
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
On the court for the Mavericks, they've got J.J. Redick. Powell is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Brunson in at the point guard position. And it's denied.
Encouraging to see Cantor trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. Then for the Mavericks, Zinkas, he's checked in for Marjanovic. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Outside, Jones. Back to Lillard. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Lillard's got the lead up to 4 now for the Trailblazers. And here is Doncic. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
Boy, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
Lillard, right side, and the shot goes in. Lillard's got 9. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how about Kobe going to the Lakers. McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
Here's Lillard, feeds it to Nurkic. Good, great play by Lillard to set it up. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Here's Doncic. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up. Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Up top, Doncic. Covered by Lillard. Doncic passes to Cauley-Stein. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Richardson outside. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Cauley-Stein's shot is good.
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Trailblazers leading by 6. Outside, Covington. Back to Lillard. From deep three-point range. At basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
Doncic outside. Kicks to Cauley-Stein. Just 5 to shoot. Nurkic with the block. Now the pass to Cantor. Back to McCollum for 3. The Mavericks pull it in. 29 seconds left in the first half. A pass to Porzingis.
You know, a chance to be a two-way player for sure, but I think offensively with Porzingis' size and skill level, that's where you see the most upside.
Pass to Lillard. It's Covington on the wing. He kicks it to Cantor. Lillard outside. And it's McCollum in the corner over Richardson. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 14 points and 1 assist. And a little redemption. That's all for now.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. McCollum kicks to Nurkic. Lillard outside. Covington in the corner. From the arc. And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Doesn't quite have the height, but boy, does McCollum have the heart. He's a relentless finisher in traffic.
Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the 3-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back 3, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that 3-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. CJ McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And, boy, that's a terrific start right there.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Trailblazers leading by 8. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Simons. Down low, Giants. Howard down after the assist, let him into the lane.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. It's Jones on the wing. Covered by Reddick. Clock at 6. And stolen by Burke. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Here's Hardaway. And Jones pulls it down. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Passes it to Simons. Jacks up a 3. That shot misses. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Kleba, the pass to Marjanovic. Over Giles. Yep, it counts. Marjanovic has got it back down to single digits for Dallas.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
The pass to Giles. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And he gets it back. Jones finds Anthony. 6 to shoot. Here's Simons. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And contact, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Jones looking for an opening. McCollum against Reddick. And J.J. Reddick picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Derek Jones. Robert Covington comes in for Norman Powell. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Now Brunson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Hardaway kicks to Brunson. Back to Hardaway. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Well, you can see Covington's speed and transition opportunities. That was a nice job getting out in front.
We've got 28 seconds left in the third. Runs in the pass to Powell. Tries again. And that one's good. Marjanovic has got 4 this quarter.
And this is something this guy takes pride in, capitalizing on second chance opportunities.
McCollum outside. That shot is off. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've done. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, we've got Luka Doncic. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's Richardson, and it's Brunson in at the point. Back to Nurkic. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Lillard. Porzingis with the block.
Porzingis so fast off the floor when he challenges a shot. Helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
And another shot. Lillard dishes to McCollum. Cantor, the pass to McCollum. Now here's Covington. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Lets it go from deep. Porzingis with the rebound.
Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
Richardson. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. It's McCollum on the wing. Dishes to Lillard. The shot, no good. Nice D from Porzingis. Doncic left side. Good D by McCollum. Trailblazers leading by 8. And now Portland on the break. Here's Lillard. Sweet little floater.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
Well, you have to appreciate the defensive battle for sure. Both squads struggling on the offensive end. We call this grit and grind.
Dallas again missing.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Back to McCollum. A 3-ball. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 4th assist in this one.
Puts one in the eye of the defense. First triple of the evening.
Doncic looking it over. Looking to end his cold spell. And the layup is good.
From the moment this guy stepped into the league, Luka Doncic has been aggressive and assertive. He just attacks defenders.
Brunson against Lillard. McCollum dishes to Lillard. Back to McCollum. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
And you can't give McCollum any space. Always a threat to pull the trigger.
Doncic outside. Step back shot. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Outside, Covington. Kicks it to McCollum. Over in the corner, Lillard. From outside, off the mark.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Richardson attacking. He can't get it to go. Whistle blows. If that's going to be a travel. Simons, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. The Mavericks also with a sub. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jalen Brunson. Here's Doncic. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Trailblazers leading by 13. McCollum with the ball. And it's Richardson picking him up. Covington kicks to McCollum. Pass to Simons. Back to McCollum. A shot off that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Trailblazers.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Damian Lillard.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
And here's McCollum for three. The Mavericks pull it in. Here's Richardson. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
McCollum with the ball. Pass to Simons. Back to McCollum. From deep. No good on that one.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And so Portland takes this one. But by It's great to be with you on a Monday afternoon as we get set for this broadcast. And they've got a few injuries on their bench, less options, but you'd think not too big of an impact for them.
2 players injured, one of their stars out, something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
And the Clippers starting 5. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Batum in at the power forward position. And for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. Now here's Richardson. Nicholas Batum unable to get his shot to go. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. And so it's Dallas with it. After the Clippers pick up 2, Doncic up and in on the layup.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot despite the contact.
Now here is George. There's the dish to Batum. Porzingis with the block. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball over Jackson. Here's Porzingis. It's Richardson on the wing. Dallas moving it around. Just 5 on the clock. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
Quick off his feet, the long arms, easy jam for Jackson.
Doncic against Jackson. Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Great open look there.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. George looking around. Outside for Jackson. Outside Leonard. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
One of the more physical wings in the league. Kawhi gets smacked there, but not to be denied.
And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Doncic outside. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Richardson against George. Here's Zubats, and it's blocked.
He's a factor defensively. He's 6'6" with a 6'10" wingspan. Josh gets off the floor quickly.
Finney-Smith passes to Richardson. And here is Doncic. Another shot. No good off the back of the rim.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Batum wide open. He fires. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Dallas leading by 4. Here's Porzingis. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
On the wing, Jackson. Back to George. Inside. Outside for Jackson. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. On the Mavericks with some changes. Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And then for the Clippers, Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Zubats. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. Doncic dishes to Powell. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Mavericks shooting their first free throw of the game. And so he hits the technical free throw.
I mean, a ferocious athlete. Josh Richardson has also proven to be a terrific 3-and-D guy.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Coley Stein comes in for Porzingis, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Hardaway kicks to Richardson. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Kennard. Pass to Patterson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Patterson welcomes contact inside. He's looking to get to the line down there.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And so he makes both from the line. 11 seconds left in the first. Brunson with it. 2 on the clock. Up again. And it's in. Oh, wow. He nails the buzzer beater. And we reached the end of the first quarter. The Mavericks on top, leading by 7. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Patrick Patterson is out there with Morris. That's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 2-guard spot. The drive by Rondo. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Was shot by Redick, no good.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range. And sort of a hired gun. Redick's been a premier floor spacer in this league for a long time.
Listen to these numbers, GA, for his career. He has shot over 40% from 3. One season, he hit 47% from beyond the arc. And I can tell you, that is a tough mark to hit. And over the years, his incredible range has just become more and more valuable.
Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
and now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Brunson scanning the floor. Redick with it. He's picked up by Rondo. It's good. Brunson's got his first 2 points.
He's a great shooter, but not just a gunner. JJ finding the open man.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Kennard against Hardaway. Shoots. Cauley Stein grabs the board.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
Here's Powell and the dunk by Powell. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Outside, George.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Cauley Stein passes to Redick. And a miss there on the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Dallas with the ball. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. Here's Porzingis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on George.
And at 7'3", Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Cauley Stein, and Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Leonard, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Here's Zubac. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by the Mavs.
Doncic against Jackson. Doncic passes to Marjanovic, and he lays it straight in. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 13 now for the Mavs.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
George against Redick. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Marjanovic. .58 seconds left in the first half. Outside for Batum. 6 on the shot clock. Doncic against Jackson.
And their offense has all but disappeared this quarter, shooting in the low 30s for the game. They had some success in that first quarter, but not much since then.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Mavericks have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Rondo passes to Patterson. Outside for Rondo. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
2 of Rondo's greatest assets. Very strong for his size and very comfortable operating in the paint.
Doncic outside. Passes to Redick. Takes the 3. Offensive rebound. Marjanovic. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks riding a 15-point lead at the end.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They lead by 15. Kenny, give us your take.
Well, they built this lead in large part because of the sharpshooters off the bench. The subs played a superb game.
And that's going to...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
There is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, and sometimes the strategy in that case, don't let anyone else beat you. You know he's going to get his, so try and keep it to that.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got Marjanovic. Trey Burke is out there with Doncic. And there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Batum attacking, and the dunk by Batum.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
And the pass to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
And that one's good, George.
3 straight to begin this half. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Doncic against Jackson. Doncic passes to Burke, and the rejection by Zubac. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Outside for Batum. to the paint. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. George, no good.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
Zubats against Porzingis. Pass to Marjanovic. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Josh Richardson's checked in for Trey Burke. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. The Clippers also making some changes. Patterson comes in for Ivica Zubats. And Morris subbed in for Nicholas Batum. Richardson gets a wide open look. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
It's so hard to keep the defense honest when you miss wide open looks like that.
One-on-one here. Hardaway kicks to Richardson. Pass to Kleber. Free throw line jump shot. That one goes. Count it. Kleber's got his first points of the game. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
Whew, that's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game, because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
He'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Dwight Powell's checked in for Dallas. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Here's Rondo, and the layup is good. Rondo's got his second bucket of the game to go.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Brunson against Rondo. Now here's Brunson. Defense right on him, and that one good. 1:31 left here in the third quarter. Clippers trail by 14. Rondo looking around. Powell with the steal. Rondo against Brunson. Off target with his three. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Patterson. The Mavericks pull it in.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
Brunson the pass to Hardaway. Floats one up. Powell, that's good.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Now, Brunson. Dishes it to Hardaway. Back to Brunson. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Brunson's got 6. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Back to Rondo. Morris inside. Powell's there. Here's Kennard. He kicks to Patterson. Outside Rondo. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Here's Brunson. Off target.
Really admire the hustle of Rondo on defense. Always gets a hand in the shooter's face.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a sizable lead. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Morris is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Rondo in at the point. Morris kicks to Rondo. Outside Batum. George, that's a two-pointer. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got his fourth rebound in this one.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's George. Yep, that one goes in there.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Redick for three. Here's Cauley Stein. Crafty move. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Now here's Rondo. Outside, George. Cans the 12-footer.
Tell you what, I love that he didn't get rattled after being blanked in the first half. His shot has been absolute money since then.
Doncic against Rondo. From 11 feet away. And Doncic finishes inside.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
Rondo against Doncic. Now here's Rondo. Tight defense on him. Zubac kicks to Rondo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from the line. It's rebounded by Dallas. Doncic has got 5 rebounds tonight. The wide open look here for Porzingis. A three-pointer off the mark. Clippers trail by 16. George with the ball. Now defended by Cauley Stein. Outside for George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Ooh, the craftiness of PG-13. Awesome job fooling the defender and jumping into the contact.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for J.J. Redick. And then for Los Angeles, Leonard, he's checked in for Morris. And it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. Porzingis finds Richardson. That 3 off the mark. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. It's a 14-point game, and that one's good. George.
Slippery play by Paul George to get inside. He ends up right where he wanted to be for the shot.
Doncic feeling it out. Offline with his 3. Clippers trail by 12. Launches it. That's good for George on the assist from Batum. George has got 11 points in the quarter.
You need guys who can stretch the floor or the offense doesn't flow. Paul George is one of the best at it.
Passes it to Finney-Smith. Here's Porzingis. Zubac defending. Porzingis inside. Working on Zubac. Nice shot by Porzingis. And the Mavericks lead by 11.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Zubac. Leonard with no one around. And it's off from three-point range. Mavericks leading by 11.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Mavericks.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And one of the league's top talents game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Porzingis.
He was everywhere defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
Here's Jackson with the 3. It's hauled in by Porzingis. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Fires the three. But they get it back. The pass to Kleba from outside the arc. It's hauled in by Zubats. And oh, here we go. Batum's got it. Galloping the fast break chance.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. It's time for the NBA. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the five for the Clippers. They've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Lillard with it. George picks him up. Batum against McCollum. Lets it go with a 3. Lillard outside. Clock at 4. The baseline J. And the rejection by Zubac. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Now here's Jackson. He kicks it to Batum. Back to Jackson. And the pass to Zubac. Missed inside.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Well, he's a volume 3-point shooter. McCollum looks to take this shot often for this very reason.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Outside for George. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's McCollum. And the rejection by Leonard.
And a sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end.
Here's Lillard. Finished off the break.
Gets behind the D on the break of the passes. I mean, it's there waiting for him.
Now George. Lays it up off the glass.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
It's McCollum on the wing. Back to Lillard. Lots of room. That shot, no good.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Zubats. On the wing, George. He's guarded by McCollum. George, no good. Portland leading by 3. Kicks it out to McCollum. Three-pointer, Lillard. Lillard again missing.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark. And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. But this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Here is Lillard after Paul George getting his 3 to go. And Lillard kicks to Covington. Back to Lillard over Jackson. Goes back up. And Nurkic lays it in.
Well, when you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic, I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive boards.
George against McCollum. Leonard inside. The drive by Jackson. Nurkic with the steal. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. And he comes up with the deuce.
What a dead eye McCollum is from that range. Such a tremendous feel for the mid-range jumper.
Now, here's George. 5 points in the game. Chalk up 2 there. George has got 7 points.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
Lillard, the pass to Covington. Back to Lillard. No good from outside.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
That's tipped and stolen by Lillard. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself, and it's in there. He has 7. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. 4-point game. George passes to Zubats. Outside for George. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Giles checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Jones comes in for Robert Covington. Norman Powell's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Rondo's shot is good.
Well, for a point guard, despite shaky range, Rondo has a pretty good field goal percentage for his career. A lot of that is shot selection.
Here's Powell. Deep 2 from Anthony. And the shot is long.
The setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Trailblazers lead by 2. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping.
I think in the past, anytime
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Well, setting the pace early, aggressive mind state. I love their approach.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Trailblazers, they've got Giles. Derek Jones is out there with Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. They get it back. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I'd go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Here's Jones. He dishes it to Anthony. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Powell with it. Lets it go from 14. 5 to shoot. Simons. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
They've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
Kennard with the ball. Now Anthony defending, and it's Patterson finishing it off.
Oh, yeah, as good as he is at creating his own shot, Kennard is also a solid distributor. Doesn't miss the open man when he spots him.
Simons surveying the D. Now here's Powell. He's guarded closely. And the dunk by Powell.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Outside Rondo. Man passes to Patterson. Morris kicks to Rondo. Stripped it away. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Giles leading the charge. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Out to the right wing. Leonard against Powell. Here's Lillard. A good finish at the rack off the slick feet. Lillard's got the lead up to 11 now for the Trailblazers. Clippers have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Passes it to Jackson. Right side Leonard. To the inside. George passes to Zubac. The shot that time not on target.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And now, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
A rapper off the court, number 0 from the town, an elite point guard. He has plenty of personality. He's a fun guy to be around.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
George passes to Zubac. Outside for Jackson. His three-pointers off the mark. Trailblazers leading by 11. McCollum finds Powell. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Powell's got 6.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Hits the jumper in space.
There you see why you want the ball in Jackson's hands as much as possible. He can clearly set the table.
Now about 10 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lillard against Jackson. Now here's Lillard. T right on him. 4 on the clock. No good on the 3.
Well, he's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
Batum for 3. There's Jackson with the 3. Not going to go that time. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. They were on a mission. And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Batum. And it's Zubac in at the 5, down low.
Yeah, and the blinding quickness right there on display for McCollum. He excels at leaking out and capitalizing in the open floor.
Outside Leonard. Outside for George. Pass to Zubac. And he banks in the layup.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. So Portland ends up going with the new group. No one near him. And it's Simons missing. Clippers trail by 11. Oturu, the pass to Morris. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Simons. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a rollout on this team.
And Simons a bit undersized at that 2-guard position, only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
Here's Coffey. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Los Angeles shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Trailblazers leading by 8. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Jones, the pass to Simons. Kicks it out to Jones. Pass to Canner. Jones in the post. Giles, the pass to Simons. Second shot opportunity. Got a piece of it. And he's able to get it back. They shoot again. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Only 1 for 5 to start the half. I mean, whatever adjustments they made at halftime weren't the right ones.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Anthony's checked in. And the Clippers making a switch here. Rondo passes to Patterson. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo.
Well, look, if you're out there with Rondo, you find some open space, and he's going to find you.
The pass to Powell. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Pass to Simons. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Giles. Robert Covington comes in for Derek Jones. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Leonard's checked in to the right side. Here's Mann. Kicks it to Patterson. Here's Mann. He is guarded by McCollum. Leonard, that's for 2. They grabbed their own miss. Trailblazers leading by 6. Here's Anthony. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Morris. Clippers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Covington with the steal. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. Here's Lillard. It's deflected, and they'll keep possession. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. Trying to get something going. Anthony. No luck. They battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Morris. And it's Jackson in for Kennard. Here's Jackson. Los Angeles with another miss.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Kept alive. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
Jackson down low. He's guarded by McCollum. Good on the bucket. Patterson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Lillard looking around. Feeds to Anthony. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Anthony's got his second bucket.
I like to see this Lillard. Patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Trailblazers out in front. They're up by 8. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on a platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Anthony out there with Little. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point guard. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. And the Possession by Zubats. Back to Jackson. Now, here is George. Not a lot of room. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Little. Shot clock at 6. Here's Zubats. Lays it up and banks it in. Zubats has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Los Angeles. To the wing right side. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Reggie Jackson. Rondo against Lillard. Zubats the pass to Leonard. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Robert Covington picks one up.
So hard to guard, really, without fouling. Leonard is an expert at forcing the issue and getting the call.
Leonard hits them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Lillard against Rondo. Lillard attacking. Makes it off the glass.
D has got to do a better job clogging up routes to the rim. Lillard is a terror when it comes to driving inside.
Rondo looking over the floor. Zubats kicks to Rondo. Back to Zubats. Nurkic with the block.
A defensive anchor. I mean, you got to admire how Nurkic uses his wingspan to turn shots back.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rondo.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Well, just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Here is Lillard. And a wide open look for McCollum.
He's done almost no damage from three-point range in this game. No threes in this half, and only one in the first.
Rondo on top. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Having a floor general like Rondo on the court instantly elevates your offense. He does everything he can to bring out the best in his team.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Three-pointer, Lillard hits it from three-point range. Lillard's got 5 points now this quarter.
There you go. His first three-pointer of the night. That should calm him down. Maybe even get him going a little bit.
Outside Rondo. Outside for Batum. Wants to get it to Rondo and does. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Portland. Think burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
George against McCollum. Lillard, right side. But they'll get another chance. Kicks it out to McCollum. From past the arc. It's hauled in by the Clippers. So they foul intentionally. Giles checked in for Carmelo Anthony. George, that's a 2-pointer. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. 9 points for Paul George. Outside, Covington. Lillard against Rondo. Lillard attacking. Tries to save it. 5 on the clock. Covington passes to McCollum. Good on the three-point shot.
This is who McCollum is. Someone who's ready to fire as soon as the ball touches his hand.
Lillard against Rondo. Here's Batum to the paint. Outside for Rondo. Outside, George. the alley-oop. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Lillard dishes to McCollum. Lets it go from deep. Paul George grabs the miss. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Giving up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. A putback. It drops. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Oh, count on the steadfast player like Rondo. I mean, when you need it most, he delivers.
Cullen passes to Lillard. We've got 28 seconds left in the game. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. McCollum, no good.
Can't waste any time here.
You're right. They desperately need a bucket, and every second matters.
The rebound by Giles. And a deep three from Lillard.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're open.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. The city of Dallas. Hi, thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome. But it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
Now, here's Lillard. Takes a 3. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Doncic. Here's Richardson. And the rebound by Nurkic. Left side, Covington. Kicks it out to McCollum. Looking for Anthony and gets it there. Porzingis with the block.
Tell you what, Porzingis showing great timing as the anchor of the defense there.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Lillard outside. Kicks it out to McCollum. Just 4 to shoot. 16 feet away. Misses off the right iron.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Porzingis. Portland grabs the miss.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Kleba, the pass to Porzingis. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Well, you can't allow Porzingis to get this positioning, guys. I mean, he's too big and skilled, and he showed it there.
Nobody near Lillard. Portland again missing.
Boy, not the kind of start they wanted. Only 1 for 4 so far.
Here's Richardson. Rebound by Nurkic. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. To the left wing. Lillard against Doncic. And the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got 5 now.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Here's Doncic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, the defender all over.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the game.
You know, he's the 3rd pick in the 2018 draft, guys, and Doncic seems poised to dominate this league for a lot of years.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Hardaway comes in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Cantor checked in for Portland. Norman Powell comes in for Robert Covington. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Out to Porzingis. There's the triple. That one's not going to go.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Anthony's shot is off. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 6 from the field. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist by Porzingis. 6 points for him.
Doncic showing you his ability to finish. I really respect his aggressiveness in taking it to the hoop and handling contact.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
Lillard looking around. McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. The pass to Cantor. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
And Doncic, here we go.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Brunson against Lillard. Pass to Cantor from 12 feet out, and that one is good.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
The Mavericks leading. Here's Doncic. 8 points for him. Here's Hardaway. Fades and shoots. Brunson the pass to Powell. Outside Hardaway. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. That shot off. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be back with you shortly. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg,
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Cauley Stein. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Hardaway in at the 3 spot. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Powell, and it's Burke in for Jalen Brunson. And Portland with a change here, too. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. The shot by Powell, no good. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Here's Cauley Stein. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Cauley Stein's got the lead up to 4 now for Dallas. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Pass to Nurkic. Greg, so many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people you know has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that Raptor, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Enes Kanter's checked in for the Trailblazers. Harry Giles comes in for Robert Covington. The shot by Powell, no good. Dallas shooting at 50% in a decent groove. And Jones sends it back to the middle. Giles the pass to Jones, and it's all evened up.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Outside, Redick. Passes it to Marjanovic. And it's Portland with the rebound. Kanter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Jones. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jones has got 4 points this quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now here's Burke. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And yes, it's good.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Simons surveying the D. He feeds it to Kanter. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Trailblazers keep it alive. Tries again. And there's the pass to Giles. Kicks to Powell. Shoots over Burke. The second chance effort. The rebound by Marjanovic. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Marjanovic.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Finney Smith's checked in. And then for the Trailblazers, Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Harry Giles. McCollum comes in for Norman Powell. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. They get it back. Count that bucket. Kanter's got 6.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Now here's Reddick. No points in the game yet for him. Finney Smith kicks to Reddick. He dishes it to Burke. Shoots the three. It's not going to go for him. And it's Portland the other way.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Reddick passes to Marjanovic. Outside for Reddick. Back to Marjanovic. Over Anthony. Misses off the left iron.
Well, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, it's been a grinded-out game. What have you seen from your team so far?
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Some good action during the period as it was. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been a clinic so far from Enes Kanter.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
Here's who Jerry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. And it's Anthony. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
First free throw is good.
McCollum's carved out an impressive NBA career for himself, and I think he's still ascending. He was the 10th pick in the 2013 NBA draft. He's still got plenty of upside. Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Out to the right wing. Porzingis inside. He's guarded by Nurkic. No good. Shot missing.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
And a wide-open look for McCollum. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, what an athlete this Porzingis kid is, man. I tell you, you put the rock anywhere near him, and he's going to throw it down.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. He kicks it to McCollum. Lillard has the open look. It's rebounded by Doncic.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And where Finney Smith really made strides last season, his consistency from range.
And you know, Greg, it was really his defense, the work ethic he brings, the effort level. I mean, that's always been there. I watched this kid play in college, and that's always been part of his package. But as an NBA wing, you've got to be able to knock down shots and help space the floor if you want to find your way into the lineup. And to Finney Smith's credit, he's done that and has become a valuable part of the rotation.
They get it again. Here's Nurkic, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up two.
finally they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Doncic against Lillard. Shoots from the right block. Bank shot, no good. Trailblazers leading by 4. Covington wide open, he fires. Can't get the putback.
Only 20% from the field to start this half. To me, it looks like their opponent may have made some nice adjustments.
And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Richardson. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Powell, he's checked in for Dallas. Jalen Brunson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Norman Powell comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Cold hand, sharp pencil, I scribble the stanza as my hands are trembling. Grade 7 made heaven out of words. I began to build a world that only I inhabit. I got a habit of rapping by traffic. I think I'm just passionate, trying to steal the wake up in the dark. Hope I ain't crashing it. Now my little heart trying to catch me. Thinking about who I be if I listen to down. Said I never do it with me.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Powell. Cauley Stein comes in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Jalen Brunson. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Richardson. And then for the Trailblazers, Giles checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Enes Kanter comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Derek Jones in for McCollum. Mavericks trail by 4. And the wide open shot from Redick. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Very dangerous from outside the arc as he's been throughout his career. All Redick needs is a little separation, and he's golden.
1:32 left to play in the third. Inside, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Here's Hardaway. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Hardaway has got his first basket.
Boy, an excellent situational awareness from Hardaway Jr. that time. I mean, he seems to know exactly where to get when the break is on.
1:06 left in the third. Powell inside. Guarded by Hardaway. And it's Powell scoring on a gorgeous play.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Now, here's Doncic, guarded closely, and he uses the glass on the layup. Doncic has got 10 points.
Boy, a strong, versatile offensive player. Doncic capable of burning you from anywhere on the floor.
It's Powell on the wing. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Simons. The shot comes out. Nice D from Doncic. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Burks is checked in. Either side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
Now Lillard. Here's Nurkic. No good. 3/4 of play in a close game here. The Mavericks on top. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. On the court for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Jalen Brunson out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. Here's Lillard, open and close, and nails it. Lillard's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
Brunson kicks to Porzingis, and good, he nails it. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
You know, Porzingis' game is custom-made for the pick-and-pop stretch big. This guy can do damage from the perimeter.
A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played. Lillard from outside. It's rebounded by Dallas.
After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
Josh Richardson's checked in for Hardaway. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Now here's Brunson. Some solid defense from Lillard. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. It's McCollum with the drive. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Sinks the three-pointer.
Potent with and without the ball. McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
Pass to Brunson. And he makes good on the layup. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Brunson against Lillard. Banked in off the glass.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Brunson against Lillard. Porzingis hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Porzingis has got 4 points this quarter.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
And now we've got the intentional foul. Doncic is checked in for the Mavericks. Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. And Portland making a change here. Lillard's checked in. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. Doncic passes to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Knowing his team needs a hoop, Porzingis says, I'll get it done.
Lillard with it. And Lillard throws it down.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
And they double up Doncic. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional.
Now, I'd suggest that he stay with those basics because we've got a tight one here tonight.
1:32 left to play here in the 4th. Kleba against Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. He can't hit that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way, and Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Dallas leading by 3. And here is Doncic. 1:07 left in the 4th. From deep. And it's rebounded by Covington.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
A different look for Dallas. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Maxi Kleba. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Pass to McCollum. Passes to Lillard. Shoots over Doncic. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. And so it's Dallas with it. 3-point lead. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Richardson kicks to Doncic. Down low. Count it!
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And a deep three from Lillard. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. The Staples Center, downtown Los Angeles. And we've got time.
Kevin, thank you. There.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. And for Los Angeles, they've got Ivica Zubac. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Batum. And it's Leonard in at the small forward.
See, you can tell Porzingis knows when he's in close, he's got the kind of size, touch, and length to make that look easy.
George against Richardson. Zubac. There's Jackson with the 3. It's hauled in by Richardson. Here's Dallas. Doncic with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Kleba, the pass to Porzingis. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
How about the shot mechanics of your 7-footer? Kristaps Porzingis is efficient in catch and shoot.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Outside for Batum. Back to Jackson. Lets the 3 fly. No good on that one. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Back to Porzingis. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Guys, how about that body control from Porzingis? You think it's easy at 7'3" to gut your way through that kind of contact? That's nice.
LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And here's George. Outside Leonard. Back to George. Outside for Jackson. Clock at 4. To stop the run. Jackson missing again.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Porzingis high post. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Mavericks have shot just 1 free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Here's Porzingis, 7 points in the game. From deep 3-point range, Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Batum finds Leonard, and then Leonard with the dunk.
Kawhi Leonard makes dunks look easy. That ball looks like a grapefruit in his hands.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
And stolen by Richardson. Oh, and here comes Porzingis all alone. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, what you really like about Porzingis going end-to-end, he does it under control, right? This guy is 7 feet and masterful in space.
Now, here's George. Passes it to Jackson. Pass to Zubac. Just 5 to shoot. That's tipped. Richardson against George. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Jackson. Right side, Batum. That shot wide open.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Jackson against Doncic. Here's Richardson. Back to Porzingis. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now, here is George. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. It's an 8-point differential. Richardson for 3. Paul George grabs the miss. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. And it's Leonard missing. Porzingis with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Lob pass to Porzingis.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
The drive by Jackson. Count the basket.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Now, here's Doncic. Outside, Porzingis. Off target from three-point range. Clippers trail by 8. And Batum kicks to George. Off target with his 3. The Mavericks have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Porzingis looking it over. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Porzingis has got 16.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for the Dallas Mavericks. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. We come back right after this. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated all.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Marcus Morris is out there with Kennard, and it's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Patrick Patterson, and it's Mann in at the 2. Here's Rondo. Following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Mann passes to Patterson. Makes the most of the high percentage shot. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning. And your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Here's Brunson. Patrick Patterson picking up that last bucket. Out to the right wing. Outside, Porzingis all the way up top. Pick off in midair. For the finish. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Brunson kicks the foul. Back to Brunson. Right side, Porzingis. Plays it up and banks it in. 20 points for Porzingis.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
The shot by Rondo is no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Well, Porzingis stays aggressive on the offensive end, and with the kind of offensive arsenal he has, it's exactly what you hope for, guys.
Yes, that goes in.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Mavericks leading by 7. Outside, Redick. Hardaway passes to Powell. Brunson, the bounce pass. Here's Porzingis. 2 points. That one goes. Porzingis has got 24.
Boy, every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
Rondo dishes to Morris. 1:44 left to play here in the half. 6 to shoot. Here's Kennard. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. The Mavericks also with a sub. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Now here's Cauley-Stein. 8 feet away. Another shot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Cauley-Stein, a serviceable shooter at the line. Let's see if he can make them count.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Batum comes in for Morris. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. Now here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Don't sleep on Paul George's verticality. How nice was that finish?
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Outside, Redick, stolen by George. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Jackson passes to Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And that one is good from Zubac.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
2-for-1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Now the pass to Powell. Brunson the pass to Powell. Back to Brunson. Shot clock at 5. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
They seem to concede that shot, and his response is, thank you very much.
Jackson up top. Brunson covering. And Leonard has it in the corner. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. And the Mavericks with possession here. They have a 9-point lead. To the paint. Here's Hardaway. Pass to Powell. Just 3 on the clock. No good. And so it's Dallas. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. It was all Kristaps Porzingis in the first quarter. He ended up with 24 points. That's all for now.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. And it's been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. Just 2 to shoot. Batum for 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Doncic with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Porzingis. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Clippers trail by 9. It's Jackson with the drive, and he makes that one. Jackson's got the first field goal of the second half for the Clippers.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
Richardson against George. Here's Richardson. Now here's Porzingis. Richardson attacking. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. A different look for the Clippers. Patterson comes in for Ivica Zubac. And Marcus Morris subbed in for Nicholas Batum. The Mavericks also with a sub. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Jackson up top, guarded by Doncic. And the wide open shot from Morris. Los Angeles with another miss. Mavericks leading by 7. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Richardson gets a wide open look. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Yeah, because Luka Doncic is such a threat to score it, it opens up the passing game, and boy, it is on display right now.
Now, Kennard. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
You know, one thing that has stood out tonight is his scoring. You know, he's kept attacking even when they've been trailing.
And here is Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. A three ball. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Clippers will come the other way. Rondo with a clean look. Kleba with the rebound. Mavericks leading by 7. Here's Richardson. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this here at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. that wouldn't. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Inside. Dallas moving the ball around. Doncic looking it over. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Clippers trail by 9. Ahead, Hardaway with the steal. Richardson with it. Guarded now by Morris. Kicks it out to Richardson. 1:33 left to play here in the third. Doncic, no good. LA's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And now they decide to foul intentionally. There's 1:17 left here in the third quarter. They grab their own miss. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Richardson kicks to Marjanovic. Outside Hardaway. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 11.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
There's a real knack for understanding when a guy is uncovered, and Paul George's court awareness on display right there. Beautiful.
35 seconds left in the third. Here's Doncic. Powell for 3. Offensive rebound. Marjanovic kicks to Richardson. There's the pass to Hardaway. Marjanovic down low. He's covered by Leonard. Second chance shot. Marjanovic, no good. Richardson against George. And George with the stuff.
Well, an aggressive player at the rim. Paul George has the kind of athleticism to make a defense look silly.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. And he gets the jumper to drop. Doncic has got his first bucket in this one.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. What a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. It's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. We've got more in store for you right after this. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Here's Brunson. Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
George passes to Zubac. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Well, what a terrific possession. Attack in the painted area.
Mavericks leading by 9. Outside, Redick, stolen by George. Zubac with it, now guarded by Redick. Pass to Batum. Here's Zubac. Outside for Batum. And the 3 off target.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
And Cauley Stein throws it down.
You just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
George against Redick. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Jackson against Doncic. Passes it to Brunson. Just 5 to shoot. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber comes in for Willie Cauley-Stein, and Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for J.J. Redick. On the wing, Batum. Outside, Jackson.
He uses the threat of his drive to open up looks for him offensively. Jackson is one smart cookie.
Doncic passes to Brunson. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Drops in the tray.
Yeah, you have to make greater effort than that defensively. You know what he can do from range.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
Stolen by Brunson. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Pass to Porzingis. Paul George with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Jackson from long range. Kleber with the rebound.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Kleber. And a miss there on the triple. Clippers trail by 10. And the dunk by Zubac.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And there's the pass to Kleber. Stolen by Zubac. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the way. Finished off the break.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
1:21 left in the fourth quarter. Back to Brunson. Kleber against Zubac. Get the shot. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. That's 28 points for Porzingis.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night. Paul George loves delivering when the game is on the line at his absolute best.
Leonard against Doncic. To the middle. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Doncic. Porzingis has got 30 points.
looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
And George, here we go. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when you drive the lane, you have to know where Porzingis is, because with his reach, he can sneak up and send that shot away anytime.
17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Rondo looking around. And he lobs it up. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. And in the win, a comfortable... David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do